You're listening to the RMTV podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RMTV podcast. After a huge weekend, mate. Jordy, how you feeling?
Tired.
Well, here we are, mate. Great round two. Chooks finally get their first win on the board for this
Against
year.
South as well.
In a game where, wow, it will be remembered for a very long time, which we will dive into. I'm sure everyone will know why. But yeah, decent round of footy. Great weekend as well. The weather was just on, even yesterday. You know what, man? The Manly game, watched that one. And decent game of footy. Manly, yeah, wow, it's troubling signs on the peninsula there, but
Yeah.
Nui, mate, they're going all right.
They're going all right.
And considering Ponga went off and Brown,
Yeah.
which that's a bit concerning too.
That's probably more concerning for Manly than it is Newcastle, really, with what happened with those two off.
And then, finished the round with a beautiful poo slinger. Which I thought Titans win this one, and then they just capitulated.
Done a Titans thing.
Yeah, so kick things off Thursday night. What a score first, mate. Broncos 32, going down to Parramatta 40. We all tipped Broncos, and I think you know what I'm going to start doing for the rest of this year. I'm gonna really just tip with what I'm really feeling, mate. I really wanted to tip Para.
Yeah, look,
I don't know what held me back, but
I think as well though, after last week and what they shipped up against Penrith, you kind of expected the Broncos to do better than that, didn't you?
yeah, look, I don't know what to say about the Bronx, but I just think are they still on a premiership hangover? Is the media is obviously belting into Madge. You see the papers up there the next day. It's
I'm gonna put my Gordon Taylor CTE brain on, so let me just smack it around.
Kevin Walters would have won.
See there, mate. That's the problem. Is Kevin Walters isn't there apparently?
I don't understand. Like, obviously, it's Kevy's team that won the premiership, mate. We can't forget this.
Yeah, it was all Kevy that won that
So
premiership.
Kevy on default won the comp for them last year. But yeah, I don't know. They're up against Storm this week, which is going to be a fucking huge test in Melbourne.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, last year Walsh played his best footy. Like, look at the grand final. Like, he stood up when Reynolds was off, and obviously when they're on together, sometimes they seem to just be getting in the way of each other.
Yeah, but I think that's also where Walsh needs to step back and learn his place. Like,
It was too much. He was like bouncing around like a pinball machine.
yeah, he's trying to do too much, and when you try and do too much, that's when you create more errors, which is what he done. Like, you just need to. Sometimes the best fullbacks hang back and they go bang. Walsh is always just trying to impact every single play, and that's what leads to a lot of errors.
Yeah. But credit to Para. Thought Pezzett played a decent game.
Pezzett he was incredible. He was their best player, I reckon.
And he topped it off with the icing with that try at the end there.
How good was that? And he's going there next year as well. So it's like, here you go. Here's my audition for you.
Yeah, it's I'm sure I know a lot of my Para fans. They were up and about like they won the grand final. I find it so funny with Para fans. They win a game and they genuinely carry on like they've won a comp, and I think it's just bad juju for when I don't know what they'll do when they win a comp. You know, like if they
Burn down their stadium again.
yeah. Oh, it would be something. I mean, you saw them carry on when they won the prelim a few years back. It's like, all right.
Yeah, then got destroyed in the grand final.
And then over the ditch in New Zealand, the Warriors, mate, aren't they looking good? I don't think I put them in my head, but they keep proving the critics wrong. 40-6 in a very wet night, and
40 unanswered as well, to be fair.
and Ricky was a little wet rat on that sideline, the poor fella.
But I don't know about you, but a few people said this to me over the weekend, and I kind of agree. Is this 2025 Warriors vibes again, where they played so well for that first half, and then kind of just after Magic Round just went boom, and absolutely face planted? Are they peaking too early? Like, you know, Robbo makes this big thing about premierships aren't won in March, and you know it's the back end that does it.
Yeah.
Are the Warriors peaking too early? And also, if you're Andrew Webster, the way Tanner Boyd has played these first two games, what are you going to do when Metcalf comes back?
Yeah, it's
because Boyd's been incredible.
He has been good. He's definitely stepped up to the plate there, but I think that's Warriors' first 2 wins consecutively to start the season, I think, ever, maybe. I could be wrong, but
if they've done it before, it's been a while.
At home as well, I think they'll be... Who do they got? Well, we'll find out later who they got, but I'm sure they'll be playing a game. They might have a bye. Oh, we'll find out.
Find out in a minute.
And mate, the game of the round, and well, it had it all. It had it all for rugby league. It was probably in headlines across all of the country.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Roosters 26, South Sydney 18.
Victory.
Do we get into the game first? Do we get into AJ?
Let's give AJ the acknowledgement.
Yeah,
He does deserve it.
Mate, good on him. I think we made some bold prediction. I think it was a shit prediction.
I think your one was he wasn't going to get it.
No, my one was the both Friday night games to be won within 4 points.
That's right.
Yeah, look, was threw that out the window.
It
Chooks maybe close, but yeah, look, mate, AJ, wow, 213 tries. I think how many games has he played? I think maybe that's like 0.8 tries a game or something.
I think he's pretty close to a try a game almost. So
So we were at the game.
Yeah.
We'll paint the picture. So yeah, look,
Fafita broke 3 tackles.
yeah, like I was. You were adamant it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I always said it wasn't going to happen.
And I was a bit on the fence. I'm like, look, if he can get one in the first half, this will 100% happen. I'll make it happen. And I was like, was this scripted? But
It felt scripted.
like it just look. He scored the first one right near us on the left side, courtesy of a little trail flick pass, which landed. One of many which didn't.
Well, I was going to say he tried it about 3-4 times prior to that, and they did not land.
Yeah, but no, credit to him. Got the first one, and then dead set. I think second tackle into the second half. Fafita with probably the best run of his night.
Yeah, probably
And,
the best effort he played all night. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be. He just hit that sideline and scored, and it was just like, oh shit. And I'm like thinking, all right, are people going to run on? Are people going to listen? Because I think it was 10, 20 times that sign at the ground.
Oh mate, it came up a lot.
Every time Souths had the ball in their hand, it was kind of like, please don't enter the field. Oh,
Yeah. Anytime it looked like it was going that left, they're just like bang. Yep. Remind them.
Yeah, and yeah, obviously, ironically, the first fan was a Roosters fan who jumped on the Souths players.
Well, actually, technically, the first fan was a try beforehand, which was a South fan at the opposite end of the stadium who ran on. So maybe he had a bit too much of the wacky tobacco. He forgot to count to 2.
Yeah, look, well, yeah, he went on a try too early, but yeah, the scenes were it was just like a swarm, and it was pandemonium, mate. It was probably, we say it's a South's player did it, but at the end of the day, it was a great moment for rugby league.
Yeah, but
and a sporting history in the country.
There's 2 things that disappoint me out of it though, right? The first thing is there was so many people that ran on the field and weren't even trying to get to AJ. They were too busy trying to steal like signs off the goalposts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To be dicks, and it's like, mate, way to ruin it.
I knew a person who managed to get one of the SCG chairs when the bloody 1000th goal happened.
There you go.
But yeah, I think a guy took a corner post.
Yeah, like stuff like that. So I think there's probably a play for the 40-20 markers and stuff like that. But the other thing that disappointed me was after the game I was leaving, and I reckon there was at least 30 to 40 South fans I heard say, well, at least I don't need to come to another game this year.
Yeah.
Tell me you're a fake fucking fan without telling me you're a fake fan, yeah?
Oh, there was a lot of people there that...
We'll never go to a game again after that. They've been to that, that's it. And they all had brand new South jerseys. I'm like, yeah, nah, sweet. We're not coming ever again now.
And I think... what was I going to say? Yeah, like there was a lot of Bulldogs fans there.
Yeah.
Just all rugby league fans wanting to witness history, and
which is great.
A lot of people were texting me saying they had FOMO, and that's probably in my top 5 games of all time. Just to how it panned out.
Yeah, the
great night, and I think because
the
Roosters
noise and
won,
atmosphere as well was incredible.
The noise there, yeah, it was pumping Allianz, and first game at Allianz for us as well. You can't,
and we won as well, as you said. So made it
I
better.
think if we lost, I'm like, look, yeah, it was a nice night, but the fact we got the job done, Angus Crichton's 200th game. Congrats, mate.
Congrats to Hayden Gussie.
Solid game. And, yeah, we'll get into a bit of the game now. So, yeah, I thought DCE, I think he definitely got into the game a lot more. But, like, it was his first game for the Chooks last week. So,
and there was a lot that went wrong in terms of the way we played. So you can't really blame that on him. Like, a lot went wrong.
And, I thought he did well, topped it off, cherry on the top with that beautiful little kick to Teddy.
Well, that's the thing. He scored our first try. He set up our last try. He had a hand in a lot of stuff that went well for us.
He's a bit... you can tell he can, like... For his age, he can still move well. Like, to slip in and score that try.
Oh, mate, Fafita gave him an inch and he took a metre. Like, that's all it was. Fafita gave him that little inch and he just ran through and made it.
And the Chookies fans out there, you know, win or lose for the first half of the season, it will come together. I have faith.
It takes time.
Yeah, like I said, you just got to look at 2018.
Yeah.
What happened? We're going to win the comp. I'm not saying we're winning the comp this year, but if we can get our shit together, and look, we've got the biggest test this Friday. So
Yeah, Penrith, which is scary.
And then Saturday, Leichhardt Oval, mate. Oh, the scenes,
It
the
was
hill.
pumping.
It was pumping, mate. Tigers 44, Cowboys 16, and yeah, look, I think Todd Payton, I think I caught in the off season. He'll be biting his nails, won't he?
You reckon he's updated his Seek profile yet? Or like, genuinely,
Look,
after that
soon.
game, do you reckon he was on the laptop in the change room? Like, I'm not talking to you boys. Looking for new employment. This is my history.
Oh,
He's got to be scared, man.
he might just want that payout and get out of Townsville, mate.
Mate, honestly.
Tigers played well, dude. I thought Dewey and Luai in the halves saw a great, solid game.
Luai going back to 6, though, has been the game changer. It's his best position, and now that he's not trying to do everything as a 7, he's being a better player than he has the last few years.
Yeah, they looked sharp, and I think you can just see from a few clips on social media, Benji's he's drilled it into him. He's like, if you're not going to put the hours in here, mate, you can.
But I think I said this when Benji, because I had a lot of Tigers fans every year. They're like, we're going to make the 8 this year. We're going to make the 8 this year. And I keep saying to them, you shouldn't be trying to make the 8 this year. Like, theoretically, Benji's been in charge for 3 years now.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
this is
it's
his third year.
Yeah.
So year 1, the goal is don't get the spoon.
Yeah.
Year 2, finish 10th to 12th. Year 3, finish 6th to 10th. Like, if they continue on that projection, they will be a great team that is consistently making finals, especially with what Benji's doing. But you just can't have the expectations you're going to finish top 8 because there's a lot of good sides in the NRL at the moment, and they needed to rebuild. So now this is Benji's squad, no one else's.
Yeah.
You know, additions like Kai Pearce-Paul from Newcastle are
He had a good
huge.
game, yeah.
You know, scored a double on debut at Leichhardt. What else could you want? Yeah. Apart from a Hattie. But now that it's Benji's squad, he can actually just make it his, lay down the law like you said, and
They got
have
to
his
give
impact.
him the keys, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You got to give him the keys to the castle.
Yeah. Or we'll be hearing about the what's that group called? On HBG group or whatever.
Oh, Holman Barnes.
Yeah,
group.
Holman Barnes group. Like, yeah, if they can put that aside and just focus on winning footy games, mate,
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of happy fans in Tiger Town.
And that's the thing. There's no need for that shit. Just cut it out. But it's always going to happen. It's the whole Balmain Western Suburbs thing.
And Saints 20 going down to Melbourne 46, and I thought this was a decent game, and then the last
Just
20,
died.
yeah, they just died in the arse. Like they ran out of fuel, mate. They didn't move, and like I thought Saints had a solid game. Gutho had a great game till he got his head. He went off for a HIA.
But the thing is, once Gutho went off, that's when it changed. So is Gutho the one that's leading them through there?
Oh yeah, for sure, mate. And that was good scenes at Wollongong. I'm been meaning to get down there for a game, but I don't know if Chooks play down there.
We never play down there. Because normally we play at either Jubilee or when it's
Allianz,
Dragons' home game for Anzac like this year, we played Allianz.
No, I thought Melbourne was solid. I thought very clinical in the second half. Very clinical. And, yeah, Harry Grant, I thought he stood out well for me.
Is Sewer proving to be better than Pappenhausen already? In two complete games.
He's
electric.
He's electric. He gives a bit of, well, this is the first fullback to come to my head, but a bit of Benny Barber. Like, he's just...
Yeah, like that
off the
2012
mark.
Benny Barber, yeah.
And look, he's a different fullback to Pappy, but no, it's scary. It's scary. I'm not a big fan of Melbourne, but look, if they continue to go well and Penrith go well, it could just be
You know what's even scarier? I don't think they're at 100% yet.
No, and there's been a few years where Melbourne aren't at 100%, and they're just getting those wins upon wins, and then get to grand final day and lose. But no, I think Bellamy definitely wants one more. Colin.
He wants at least one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Penrith Sharks, I tipped Cronulla. Down Cronulla at Bathurst. 26-6. Yeah, Penrith just clinical again.
It's freaky what Penrith are doing. Like, you think about it, it took what? They've played 160 minutes of footy, and 140 of it they've kept the opposition scoreless. Like,
Yeah.
Cronulla weren't that good, and Penrith made them pay. Like, to be fair, I think Cronulla are lucky that scored in blowout a bit more with some of their errors.
Yeah.
They got lucky that they made some of the errors down Penrith's end. But if they made some more down their end, mate, we could have been looking at 40-6.
I thought, yeah, I think Sharks kind of, they flogged Titans, but it's the Titans. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, back to the drawing board for Fitzy and his boys. But I think, look, lost just by 20. But, yeah, I think the errors that shoot them up at the end of the day. And the second last game of the round, Brooky, on the hill, it looked beautiful, mate. It looked beautiful.
It looked picturesque.
And, yeah, well, for Manly fans, the little Sunday Arvo treat was ruined. Nui, 36-16. Wow, they just
Manly
were
didn't
blown
seem
off the
switched
park.
on.
No.
Some of the errors they were making, Brooks made 2 errors.
Well,
that
like,
were costly.
I thought, look, all right, this could be a long day for Manly when Brooks just didn't catch the ball when the game started.
Yeah.
And he wasn't actually, there was probably about a metre, maybe a metre and a half from the actual end of the ground. But, yeah, look, that was bad. Manly they crawled back into it, and then, yeah, Nui just turned it on.
To be fair, that's the second time he's done that in 2 years. Last year against the Warriors at 4 Pines, he didn't catch it. Fisher Harris scored within like 8 seconds of the game starting, remember?
That's right.
So that's twice in 2 years, and I just, look, maybe it was a bad day, maybe it was just an off day, whatever it was, but yeah, it wasn't to be for them.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by FDS Eyewear. FDS Eyewear is your one-stop shop for quality, affordable eyewear. With the latest lens technology and weekly eye testing services, FDS Eyewear provides competitive rates over the larger optical retailers. Visit their store at Wentworthville Plaza, just a short drive from Parramatta.
The alarm bell's ringing at Manly. It's only round 2, but geez, Tommy's still on the field, mate. Is it the halves? Are they going to take time?
Tommy was also part of the issue, though.
Joey Walsh, maybe?
Look, I mean, if you're coming out of last week, right, there was a lot of good signs last week, and then as I said, you know, conversations I had with people that are Manly fans, like that effort for that last play where Sanders kicked that field goal to win Canberra the game, like it just wasn't there. So 2 weeks in a row now, you've just seen a lack of effort and a lack of consistency from your team. Like there's going to be some concerns. In saying that, you know, the next few weeks will dictate that. And, you know, Siebes unfortunately, start to feel some of that heat because, look, I'm always of the opinion when guys make errors on the field, such as like dropping balls, stuff like that, that's not the coach's fault.
Nah.
Right? The coach can't make them catch that balls. The coach can't make them catch the balls. That's only their job. The coach, if they're trying to play, you know, if they're trying to do all these set plays and stuff, or if the coach is telling them not to contest for like bombs and that, 100% that's on the coach. But I think, you know, onus has to go on these Manly players at the moment. Effort area last week to let a field goal get kicked without any you know, defensive
no rush,
resilience, no rush. And then this week just didn't seem to have it, but Newcastle were clinical.
No, yeah, credit to Nui, mate. Good start for Justin Holbrook up there. And
well deserved.
Look, 2 losses to start the season at home. You don't want that.
And that's the thing, right? 2 at 4 Pines, and they play 3 of their first 4 games at home. So if they go 0-3 at home to start the year, like there's going to be some calls for heads over on the Northern Beaches.
Time will tell, mate. I thought they were making the top 4. All right, and so Dolphins, 18 to Titans 14, and you know it's just nice. You finish off the round with a bit of a poo slinger, a bit of background noise.
As it was,
even the crowd that mate like. Oh, I saw a few people saying, "Why wasn't this at KO Stadium?" But I think 2 Queensland teams, you'd have it at Suncorp.
Yeah, but respectfully, it's the Titans.
Yeah,
it's the Titans. Like, you know,
it's the Titans, mate.
At Magic Round, I made this point last year. At Magic Round last year, New Zealand always have a lot of fans, but the Roosters, Cronulla, Parramatta, Canberra, all those teams, Melbourne, had more fans in their fan bay than the Titans did. The Titans had a whole bay and they still couldn't fill that up. At Magic Round.
I genuinely don't think Titans have any fans. I think it's a myth.
But, like, let's be fair, right? Gold Coast to Suncorp is, say, an hour-ish, right?
Yeah.
If you can't drive an hour to watch your team at Suncorp, like, what the heck are you on about?
They barely drive to Robina, mate. You know?
Yeah, it's just no wonder they had to be an opposition teams bringing in things like drums and that, because they're just not supporting their team properly. Yeah. And I get there's a lot of issues in the background where they're not happy with ownership, etc., etc. But Tallis has come on. Yeah, he's a human embodiment of CTE. Matty Johns has come on. Like, they're bringing some people in.
Yeah, they are bringing people in. But, like, is it a cash grab? I don't know. But
I don't think you can say it's a cash grab, though, because if they're not getting people in the door, are they really making that much money?
Yeah, look, I mean, they tried, but I think, there's only so much they can do. Brimson, played well, and then I think just the back end, they just stopped playing footy.
But that's the thing. They played so well. They defended really well. Like, I was sitting, because I thought, I backed...
Finns were clinical.
I backed the Titans last week. Yeah. The Finns for the first 65 minutes were absolute shithouse.
Yeah, they're a clinical team, but, obviously that showed in the last 20.
Yeah, but that last 15, 20, they went, all right, now we got to do it. But, mate, they should have won that game by 40 if they played the way they did in that last sort of 15 minutes.
All right, mate, let's move into Dribble of the Week. So, a few scoreboards got changed, actually. The ones on KO, I think that was pissing a few people off with the colours, right? And especially if you got, dyslexia or some shit. Or, what's the ones where you can't... The colours.
Like colourblind.
Yeah. But anyway, no. It's just... They fixed that up. They put the nice black...
Yeah.
With the white writing. And then there was another change at Allianz, which was refreshing. It was nice to see.
Fucking hilarious.
Roosters and then the visiting team, just with a nice little black background with the visitors, which was South Sydney Rabbitohs.
They were the visitors. What's wrong with it? They were the visiting team.
They visited Allianz Stadium. They came.
They left.
They lost and they left.
They can fuck off and stay out of it.
Yeah, and look, I don't know what, I guess the ball's in their court come around 27, but we'll see what happens then. But I think there was some comment from the South CEO.
South chairman, Nicholas Pappas, basically saying that the Roosters need to give his club an unreserved apology because never in any form of elite sport has he ever seen that. Well, Pappas... I'm going to respectfully say, fuck you, because last year, round 5 at a core, we were taken out of our normal away bay because South Sydney have this giant, ugly fucking video board that they put in the corner where our bay used to be. So they had to move us.
That was really povo. That was like something you'd see at like...
Well, when your club's not making money, and an early rumour that I am trying to confirm is that, and a few South fans have actually said this to me that I know, have said that the club's possibly up for sale. So
really,
there's obviously some money issues going on at South Sydney right now. Like they're obviously struggling a bit there. But they moved us to sort of behind the goalpost in the corner, and we were allowed to buy out that whole away bay as a GA. And then when we rock up round 5, South Sydney, and it was confirmed by security and venue management, South Sydney had decided to put these big advertising banners on the seats and take out 20 to 25 rows. So if you don't like being called a visiting team, maybe don't do shit to piss off the opposition fans. Fair's fair. Can we get an apology for that or my money back for that when you couldn't give us the seats that we paid for and you're having a sook about being a visiting team? Fuck off. It's not your stadium.
Yeah. And I think it was a nice touch, and I thought a lot of rugby league fans saw the funny side to it. And I'm sure if Souths won, you wouldn't hear a whisper, would you?
Everyone saw the funny side of it, apart from Pappas. Even South fans were taking photos and laughing at it.
Yeah,
it's rivalry. That's the sort of shit you're supposed to do, mate. I've only heard one player come out and say that he wasn't a fan of it, and that was Lindsay Collins, and his wording was something like, if we lose, it makes us look stupid that we've done it.
Yeah.
But we won, so who cares? So, mate, enjoy it. That's the whole point of the rivalry. We let Albo in. We let Albo on the field. You don't hear us asking for an apology for it?
Yeah, no, it's, Albo, man, got on the field, lifelong South Sydney fan.
Lifelong fuckwit? Wait, what?
Yeah. And, he's a lifelong fan, but he has been papped in a few Newtown Jets jerseys, so he's a Lions
Mate.
is with a few clubs.
It's whoever gives him the best media ops or whoever pays him the more. That's how he does it.
When I got word the PM was on the field, I was like, no. And then I saw a photo. I was like, wow, that's unreal. And he walked on the field, and I see both sides of it. Like in terms of just a political leader walking on the field, considering he didn't have much security around him, it just shows that at the end of the day, in such a moment, I think Aussie sports do it well. Like if that was in America, you can't.
Oh no,
that
Trump
would not be going
would get
down.
shot.
Yeah, something would happen. And but yeah, I think in terms of that, it was great.
Not gonna lie, I would have laughed if someone cleaned him up though. I would have laughed.
Yeah, and I think he got interviewed by Billy Slater at Full Time on 9, and he said it'd be worth it paying the fine. So, but they've scrapped that. Obviously, everyone got warned about the fine, and
I still reckon at least ban him for 24 months. Because hey, you know who he is. Ban the prick. Fuck him.
Yeah, and look, 2 months. No, sorry, not 2 months. 2 people got arrested.
Yep.
for
They'll
scruffing
be
up security.
dumbs.
But where do you think you rank this AJ moment in rugby league history, mate?
Oh, it's a top 5 moment.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Like, look, there's always going to be 2 sides to it. Look, yes, he scored it, but there's also you're always going to have the other side, which I do agree with, which is Ken Irvine scoring tries back in the day was a lot harder. You couldn't use the goalpost. You couldn't do this. I am an avid person behind. Good on him. He made the tries, but I tell you what, a lot more respect needs to go to the players inside him.
Oh yeah,
because
and I'm sure he recognises that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. But there was actually a stat I found. I was scrolling. I think it was Insta or something. I can't remember who put it up, but it was like his position when he got the ball to score, and 178 of his tries, he's gotten the ball less than 10 metres to the try line. So it's like, the old catch, walk over, put it down.
Catch and pass,
So it's like, respect to him, man. 213 tries, that's a lot.
Humble guy. He's one of the likeable South players.
Yeah, there's not many of them, but there's probably 2 or 3 in that team where you go, nah, look, you're a good bloke. He cops it from us, and he normally smiles and gives us a wave and a clap when we do it. So, unlike Cody Walker and Latrell, who are just fuckwits about it.
And Whiting got a little spray as well.
Oh, mate, look,
that was pretty funny.
Credit to Jack White. What was there, about 10 of us just, Jack, 6 again, 6 again.
Nah, he looked straight through you, man, just had a giggle.
Mate, he had a laugh at it.
And then also another thing, what do you think, how do you feel about Wayne Bennett's reaction to it? And now he's like, it was a distraction and stuff. Do you feel like AJ was made to feel a bit guilty about it all?
I don't think Wayne was doing that to make AJ feel guilty. I think he was trying to make up an excuse for why they lost.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And so I get what you're saying. I don't think he was meaning it as AJ, but I think also to an extent, even AJ admitted he's like, it's been on my mind for a while. It's good to have it off. Yeah. Which, fair enough, it's an all-time record. But I think Wayne was trying to find an excuse for why they lost. I would still die, and I had this discussion with a few people, I will still die on the sword of him scoring it is what cost them the game. Because you could tell when they came out, South were relaxed and joking around and doing all this. The Roosters went up a level.
Oh, Robbie just would have said, look, get out there, finish this job.
Yeah, good.
Happy days.
He's done it. So. Make sure you don't lose.
And Teddy finished off, and you tell it meant something to Teddy, mate.
Oh,
big
the
game.
emotion.
Yeah, he was pumped up, and I thought that as well when they came back on. To be fair, I thought South were going to kind of win it. There was 5 minutes and a few errors, and see you later.
You could tell Latrell and Walker were trying to think about what they were doing before they were getting the ball, and that's what led to so many errors. And once you're in Walker's head, like Cody Walker's head, you've beaten him. And
pushed Marky Mark, etc.
Yeah, and trying to start crap. But I think that try actually did stuff South up because you could just tell they were. And look, good on him. Support your teammate. Be absolutely ecstatic for him. But you could just tell that their switch wasn't to a 10 after that. They kind of dialed back, and then they finally score that try off Whiten's grubber. And Latrell acts like he's king of the world when he kicks a conversion, and they're still trailing by 2. And it's like, if that's your mentality when you're trailing by 2, mate, obviously you don't care about winning this game.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move into other news. So, Bronson Xerri, this came out over the weekend. He could be on his way out of the doggies. Feel Good's denying all these claims.
Yeah, Gould's denying it. Apparently they had breakfast yesterday.
No, apparently at Joe Bell's their favourite.
Yeah.
I've been informed.
Of course.
Look, and then I think his manager said, I think he's like, well, he's not. He's better than New South Wales Cup, so he may be in Cup. I think this has to do with him wanting to be. Well, he's playing right centre. I don't think he wants to play there.
Well, there's a lot of rumours out of that, and something came out of Vegas. There's a video image of him in the change rooms. I think it might have been half. It must have been half time. He's talking to Adam O'Brien, and Adam O'Brien's the attack coach now for Canterbury, and he kind of brushed Adam O'Brien. And was just like, AOB was obviously talking to him, and you could see he was like, you need to go direct. And he kind of just brushed him off and walked away. So, there was a rumour out that it was because of form. There's been a rumour out that he's asked for his release, but no one's confirmed it.
I had a rumour he could be off to Melbourne.
Melbourne might want him.
Melbourne would turn him into a goddamn beast.
Melbourne would turn him into a beast. But, I mean, look, he's a good player, but... I mean, if you're not in form, you're not in form.
Well, time will tell, mate. Dogs, they're finally playing a game of football this round after they had a bit of time off. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, also, the other thing is, right, because you mentioned about Phil Gould saying, no release.
Let's be real for a sec, right? There's been a lot of times Phil Good has denied, and then...
Well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. Is this a repeat of Galvin 2.0 where, we're not interested in him next minute he signed with us?
Yeah, I've never seen the bloke.
Never seen him, never met the kid.
I've never seen his unbelievable haircut, mate.
Never met the kid. Never met his parents, but that photo they've got in their lounge room of him is just fucking impeccable.
Yeah.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by The Legal Problem Solver. The team brings over 25 years of experience in wills, probate, estates, conveyancing, property and commercial law. Connect with The Legal Problem Solver on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram.
All right, well, round 3. The rounds are rolling on. I'm sure this year will fly like they always do. First one. Who do we got? We got Raiders.
Thursday night, we got the Raiders and Doggies in Canberra.
Oh, wow. That's a good test for the Dogs. What are the odds?
Raiders $1.89. The Doggies $1.95. It's in Canberra, which is probably what's given the Raiders the upper edge at the moment.
Yeah. That's look, Dogs had a decent game in round 1. A little bit scrappy, but they got the job done against Saints.
Yeah.
Raiders will definitely want to bounce back after that shit show against the Wars. Ooh. Can Ricky get them up?
In Canberra. That's
on a Thursday night.
That's
it won't be too cold yet, so it should be a decent.
Reasonable, yeah.
That's a tough one, mate. I'm gonna go the I'm going to go Canberra, 1-12.
I'm going to go Canberra as well because if the Dogs play like they played against the Dragons, I don't think they're a hope.
Yeah, I think Raiders just.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one.
I still think the first few rounds of the year you could be like, all right, they lost this week, they won this week, back and forward.
Yeah, exactly. Until everyone finds their form properly. But then we come into somehow this is a 6 p.m. Friday game.
8 would be nice, but beggars can't be choosers.
Looking at some of the other games of this weekend, I'm not sure why it didn't get a prime time. The Roosters and Penrith at Allianz. Penrith $1.50, Roosters $2.60. Which is fair enough. Remember last year they were about $3 before the game, and then it brushed out to about $10.
I think when we versed them at the beginning of the year last year, we were about $11, and look what happened.
Yeah.
So, mate, this is going to be a great test for the I was about to say the Choosters. Jesus.
The red, white, and Choosters.
But look, I'm going Roosters 1-12, mate. I reckon this is going to be a big test for the Chookies. I'm putting my heart into it. I'm going to say they'll just get the job done. If the refereeing's well, if we can hold our discipline, back our defense. I thought our defense was great as well against South.
You know what? One thing I forgot to mention, the refereeing this weekend.
It was pretty good.
How different was it to round 1?
They must have heard what you said last week, mate.
Honestly, they got look, there was games like the West Cowboys game. There was a lot of 6 against that because they had to. But G on Friday night put the whistle away and let them play.
Yeah, it was a solid game.
Only pulled it out if you needed to.
And there was no sin bins.
No, there's probably a couple that were borderline. You'd be pissed if they went, but also, if it happens, it happens. But honestly, how good was the refereeing? Sorry, everyone pays me out for always bagging the ref, so I had to throw that in there.
Yeah. So who you backing, mate? Chooks or Penrith?
Chooks. I'll never not back them.
I think Penrith, they'll get their first loss of the year.
It will be an incredibly tough task, but I think the Chooks have a shot at it.
And, mate, every time the Chooks score, mate, Rooster man.
Roosters.
Oh, wow. It's a nice touch. I think the
It's
club...
a bit of a flashback.
Yeah, it's a great song. I think it's one of the... Roosters, they have a lot of songs. Like, they've got the Rooster Man, obviously the East song at full time.
Yep.
But I like it. It's a good touch. I don't know if they're trying to do something what Brisbane do where they move their hands up and down. Like,
We're not that gay.
no. But, no, good on them. Good on the club. Great initiative. And
Then we go to Melbourne.
Yeah, this is prime time, Friday night, Melbourne, Brisbane, grand final replay. Oh, boy.
Put
What
it
are the
this way.
odds?
Melbourne are $1.49.
Yeah.
Brisbane are $2.63.
I thought, yeah, well, I think that's pretty fair for...
It's fair, but it's still, if you're a Broncos fan, you're probably a bit niffed that you're playing that badly that it's like that.
I think Bellamy, considering they won, well, they put 46 on Saints. I reckon he wasn't happy. All right, that Saints put in 20 points, and I think Wayne's going to... not Wayne. Bellamy's going to say, boys, let's try and hold these fuckers to 0 and just launch, right? I think Fargo?
Suafa'alago.
Yeah, I think he'll have a sensational game. I reckon he might score like 2 or 3.
I reckon he outplays Reece Walsh.
Yeah, I think he will too. Look, if Broncos get their first win of the year, good on them. But I just think right now there's a bit of noise up at Red Hill. And yeah, I'm going to go Melbourne 13+. I think I could see like a 36-10.
Yeah, I'd back that. I agree. Because I just think Melbourne will be too clinical.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Brisbane have struggled against Melbourne for so many years now. And on this run of form,
Yeah, we'll go Melbourne there, mate. Beautiful.
then we get to go up to sunny Newcastle on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, that'll be nice. Benny might be at that one.
Holbrook will have his first chance to play in front of the Newcastle faithful. The Knights, $2.63. Warriors, $1.49.
And I think Ponga should be sweet to play.
Maybe, yeah.
But
That'll be the big thing. If Ponga and Brown are in, then you're probably going to be safe. Even because we don't know if Fletcher Sharp's going to be back this week either.
I'm back in. Yeah, well, Sando will be in.
Sando will be in at 7, of course.
I reckon the crowd will get behind. Or they always do. The Novocastrians. Yeah, I'm gonna go Newcastle in an upset, mate. I'm gonna go Newcastle 1-12. They'll be spewing after last year when what was his name? Halasima
and
When
that try.
Yeah, I think it'll be tight like that, but I think Nui might just win.
Look, I want to see Newey win. I do. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those games that's tight for like 70 to 75 minutes, and then the Wars will just get a late try to break the Hearts.
Yeah, like they did last year.
Yeah, similar thing. So I'm going the Wars by 6.
By 6. All right. Very good. Very good. I'll back Nui.
Then we're going to go down to Portaloo Stadium. Ocean Protect Stadium for the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks.
They've been through a shit ton of stadium names.
Oh, mate.
I think Toyota Park was one, or Toyota Stadium.
Toyota, Shark Park,
PointsBet.
Ocean Protect now.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
There'll be Enware Stadium next.
Considering they named such a shit ground as well, it's...
Why don't they get like Kennard's Hire behind it? It might save them money on the toilet hire.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sharks $1.44 and Dolphins $2.80. Battle of the Sea Creatures.
Yes, Battle of the Sea Creatures at the Portaloo Park. I reckon I'm gonna go Dolphins.
I'm going Sharks.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about the Sharks. I think the way the Dolphins have played, you can't trust them to show up.
Yeah, true. I think maybe they'll just get the job done. I'm just every time you tell me these teams, man, I'm just going for the first team that comes to my head.
That's fine.
If I did that last week, my tips would have been 8 from 8. But anyway,
now I have a feeling that the NRL thought that Johnson wasn't going to score the 2 tries on Friday.
Yeah,
because they've got the 7:30 game, Rabbits and Wests in Gosford.
right.
I reckon they're expecting it to happen in Gosford.
Jeez, imagine that at Gosford. It would have looked a big dive for the NRL. Like,
Would have looked crap.
at Allianz, I tell you what, like,
At least it was 41,000.
there's been
there.
some big moments at Allianz and then next to
Already.
the SCG, but having it at Gosford, it's I don't think the NRL would have liked it. But yeah, no, they probably would have thought it could have happened. Yeah, I think I'm going.
Rabbits $1.58, Tigers $2.38.
I'm backing the Tigers.
No, 100%. I'm with you. The way they played against the Cowboys is clinical, and South, even though they won round one, they still gave up 32 points.
Yep.
And at times on Friday, they just did not look like caring.
Yeah, I think they got their job done of getting AJ that record broken, and then they had a lot of errors in them still, which really helped the Chooks. But yeah, I think Tigers will play well. Tigers 1-12 for me.
I'm going Tigers 13+.
Yeah.
Then we go to Combank on Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. game. Parramatta versus St. George Illawarra Dragons.
Ooh, Gutho against the old faithful.
Parramatta $1.44. Dragons $2.82.
Para's first game at home, mate. I think they get a decent little crowd at Combank. Oh, yeah, I'm going Para 13+ here. I think Moses and Pez will have a field day.
I'm going 1-12.
Yeah.
Because I reckon if the Dragons can hang in there for 60 to 70 minutes, it might end up being a Mitch Moses field goal. I'm taking a page out of your book.
You're going to get the Mitch Moses field goal.
I'm taking a page out of your book of a Mitch Moses field goal.
Yeah. Well, if I had enough...
if you had a house, you put your house on it.
Yeah, that. But what's the word I'm looking for here? Look, if I really had the balls to back the Saints, I'd go with Gutho field goal. Ooh. But I just think Saints, I think maybe it might be tight for the first half and then Para will run away with it. And then to finish off, Titans always get that last game of the round.
We've got another poo slinger. This time in Townsville, the North Queensland Cowboys $1.57, Titans $2.41.
That's a good poo slinger.
I'm going the Titans.
You're going to get the
Titans?
Titans?
Titans for their first win.
Oh, yeah, look, I think I'll go against you, mate. I think Titans will struggle this year. I think I said this before the season started, that Titans, they'll be in a lot of games, but they'll just be losing them by like 2 or 4 points. And I think I'll go Cowboys by 4 here. And I think I'll get their first win at home.
Titans to win, Peyton to be in the Centrelink line Monday morning.
Geez, that early on?
Mate, honestly, if they lose to the Titans, I think it could be there'd be some serious board discussions going on.
What, you're going to back Titans, like 13+?
No, I just think if the Titans win this game, there's going to be some serious conversations happening up at Cowboys HQ.
You could tell they looked frustrated against the Tigers. Like, it wasn't gelling with Drinkwater, Reedy.
Yeah.
And, there could be a few answers.
Oh, yeah.
Questions to be answered. And then Manly have the bye. So...
Manly do have the bye.
They'll have a lot to think about. And have a quick look for me. They'll verse us.
They verse us on Thursday night.
Right. Oh, God.
So, but this is what I mean. Like, three of their first 4 games are at home. Obviously, the bye this weekend. But, like...
They'll go 0-3 then. They're not going to beat us.
If they go 0-3, and we've got a reasonably good record at Brookvale lately, mate, it could be a tough start to the year for the boys in maroon and white.
Yeah, and look, I think they have circled this game against us.
Oh, yeah.
Against DC. If they don't get up for this one and just be competitive, if they lose credit to them, they have a good game, but if they get smoked by us and DC just puts on a clinic, Eddie's old hallowed turf or Brookvale Oval, that's going to hurt a lot of Manly fans.
Oh, yeah. No,
and I've heard a few whispers, mate, from a little Riley Bamblett. He wasn't too happy with that loss yesterday, mate.
Wasn't he?
Nah, and you wouldn't blame him, right?
Oh, I mean, I always question who Riley supports because some weeks I see him in a Roosters jersey. I don't think I've actually ever seen him in a Manly jersey.
Yeah, he might even chuck on the Roosters jersey this Friday against Penrith because he just despises Penrith so much.
That's fair. Everyone does.
But mate, another great round done and dusted. Chooks get their first win, and we were there to witness AJ become the all-time try scorer. To see. And I think it's a good thing. You look back on that in years to come and say we were there. So
yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you see us bullfeds on your telly or your phone. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Have a great night, guys.